If you're looking to get an Amazon FBA store, I'm going to be going over some really big stores with you guys today, so you guys don't want to miss this one. Hey guys, Colin Chorbik here with Smart FBA, and today I'm going to be exploring some of our largest stores here at Smart FBA. Typically, we like to showcase a lot of different types of results. People that are in kind of that medium range, the higher range. We like to just show the broad audience because not everybody has a whole ton of funds they can put towards, right? One person's experience might be a lot different than another person's experience, and that simply could be because of how much inventory they have, okay? So today we're going to actually be checking out some of our largest stores and showing you guys what it's truly possible, and that's really the point of this video. I want to show you guys what is possible with Amazon FBA. Some people have limited beliefs when it comes to it, where you can scale, how far you can really grow. So without further ado, let's explore where we can get to. But before we jump into it, if you guys could do two things, if you could make sure to hit that like button so this video gets pushed out to more people, and also make sure to hit that subscribe button so you're up to date and always kept up for any new relevant information. So let's jump into it, guys. Okay, so today, this is one of our larger stores here that we manage, and we're going to be checking out the trends. This is one of our clients that again has a sizable amount for inventory. So again, keep that in mind, right? Because every one of these larger stores that we do manage, these are people again that do have a large inventory amount that they can put towards. Okay, so looking at the reports of this specific store, we're going to be actually looking at the trend over the last pretty much couple years or so, right? So again, with this seller, they are a long-term type of seller. It's actually a couple individuals that partnered on this store. So with this, we're actually going to go to year to date, and again, make sure to check this out. I've addressed this in previous videos. Just make sure if you're ever looking at like results-based videos, make sure that whoever's showing you is putting this on Amazon, because it's really easy to fake. If you're doing a lot of drop shipping and stuff like that, you can basically just click the seller application, and it can make you look like you're making a lot more sales than you really are through FBA. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys. Again, I know I've addressed this in previous videos, but it's always good to rehash things out and such, right? So with this specific store, looking at the basis of how many sales were produced last year, so last year there was over 1.3 million worth of sales that were produced. You can see here the amount of products that were ordered and the units over here and then of course the product sales on the right. Okay, so again, this store had a really good year last year. It did extremely well. Again, produced over 1.3 million in sales. And again, this is something that was really exciting, and we're happy to see this type of growth within the store. Of course, even just this year, we've produced almost 200,000 in sales. Pretty much not even the second week of March. So again, this store is looking really good, and there's a lot of upside to this. So with this inventory size, again, just keep in mind these are experienced business owners that we're working with. They understand the longevity of a business, so that's how you have to treat this model. There's a lot of people when they get involved in FBA, they think they can just put a couple thousand in and watch it grow and compound. That's just not how FBA works. FBA is a long-term model, especially when you're dealing with wholesale. You want to make sure you have a lot of different products within your store. If you just buy a few products, then you're not going to get as many sales, of course. It's like opening up a physical Walmart store, for example, and only buying like one inventory load. You're probably not going to do very well within that store, right? Conversely, if you open up a Walmart or any type of physical store and you buy a ton of different products and you're continually supplying it and funding it, the opposite is going to happen. You're going to have way more customers that could buy your products, and this is what you really should be aiming towards. Again, when people look into FBA, sometimes they don't really understand that this is a true business, right? You need to make sure you're treating it like so if you want these type of results, or results comparable or anything close to these kind of results. Okay, guys, so again, treat this as a long-term model, such as any other business. So again, this is one of our larger stores that we do manage. And then now we're going to dive into a really, really large one. Again, this is a client that has a lot of funds to play with, so just keep that in mind. And again, this is more showing you what's possible with FBA, because again, it is a very large store that we do manage. As far as the next one I'm going to go over. Okay, so Basically, we're gonna show you guys real quick, and you're pretty much gonna see it right out the gate. Okay, so before I jump into that, let's look at the main tab here. Okay, so currently there's a balance of $138,781. So essentially this is the amount owed as of right now over a 2-week period. So that kind of shows you what that type of results you're about to see. Okay, so again, this is a very large store. This is a client that has an extremely large budget. Okay, so budget is very big. Again, has ran this store actually for years. So keep that in mind too. This is a store that's very long term. He's actually had several offers about his store, people wanting to pay, 6+ figures just for the store alone, right? So again, this is what's possible with FBA. Once you start to develop these kind of results, people will want to buy your store for, really the sky is the limit in terms of Amazon, right? So looking at this specific store, let's check out the sales that we've done so you guys can have an understanding of what this really looks like as far as this specific store, okay? And again, this is more just so you guys can see what is truly out there and what you can really get to when it comes to Amazon, right? So let's check it out, guys. All right, so looking at this, we're gonna go to year to date and check the same thing out. We're gonna look at this and make sure it's set to Amazon. And this is gonna look really interesting. Watch how big this one is. Okay. So last year, this store actually broke over 7 million in sales. Okay. So if you look at essentially the trend within the store, the start of the year, of last year took off really well, and then it gradually paced back to the year, right? This is another thing to note, in any type of a business, you're going to have some months that are better than others. So just keep that in mind. Even for this specific store, you can see here the amount of sales that were produced. Okay, so it started off really good. And then as the summer months came on, we started trending upwards again. Okay, so looking at this year, you can see the blue line there. You can see it's fairly comparable to last year's sales. Obviously, March is going to seem very low because we're, March 9th right now. So, looking at this right now, it's going to seem very low, but of course that's going to pick up over time. So this one here, this year so far, okay, it's done over 1.4 million in sales in just over 2 months. Obviously a really good, benchmark within this store. The owners are aiming for over 10 million this year, which, obviously that's a massive benchmark to aim towards. Last year, we were able to help generate over 7 million. So with this year, we're hoping to get to that benchmark that was stated. So I'm definitely excited to see how the store scales over the long course, and just wanted to share with you guys this as, maybe some motivation of what you can work towards with Amazon FBA. It can be a truly life-changing business model, right? We've been able to help a lot of different people. We manage well over 200 stores at this point, so we have a multitude of different stores, some that take a long time to scale, others that have scaled a little bit quicker. So just keep in mind that every store does scale different, right? One might outpace another, even though that one has more products than the other, or vice versa, right? Sometimes you see a store have a lot of different products and it could take some extra time to grow. So make sure you also have an understanding of that with any type of store that you run. And always just think long term, right? The approach of any FBA store should be the first 6 to 12 months. Think of it as that whole period. You're pretty much just growing the store. You're not taking anything out. You're just allowing it to compound and grow. And ideally just put everything back into your store, right? The more that you can put towards your store, the better off it will be in the long run. So just keep that in mind if you do want to have, of course, sizable results within your FBA journey. And again, just always think long term. Always think long term with your store, with where you want to be, and have that long-term vision in mind. That's really the largest things I can say. So I just wanted to share with you guys a couple quick stores for today. Hopefully this video served you as maybe some motivation to really have some big benchmarks towards your store, or even just really thinking long-term in general, guys. So that's all I wanted to do for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. We have some more exciting things coming very soon for you guys. So make sure to stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time. All right.